What are the benefits to forming a captive insurance company? My name is Hale Stewart. I have a master's in domestic and international taxation from the Thomas Jefferson School of Law, where I also graduated magna cum laude. I'm also a chartered wealth manager, chartered asset manager, and chartered trust and estate planner from the American Academy of Financial Management. All the information in this presentation is also contained in a book I wrote called U.S. Captive Insurance Law. There's a link on this website to purchase the book if you'd like to do so. And my phone number is 832-330-4101. If you have any questions after the presentation, please call me. Custom insurance policies are a big reason why some companies have formed captive insurance companies. A captive insurance policy can be customized to the parent organization's individual needs. The Beach case gives us a great example. In Beach, the company was being sued. However, their insurance company had complete control over litigation. Now, Beach didn't like their trial attorney. In fact, they filed a motion to have their attorney removed a few weeks before trial. The judge denied the motion, and Beach lost at trial. Beach formed a captive insurance company in order to write an insurance policy that gave them complete control over their litigation attorneys. The limitations here are public policy, legality, and commercial reasonableness. However, these limitations are for basically all contracts, not just captive insurance policies. In addition, we can use the parent company's individual loss experience. This is a big deal. Now, I joke with doctors that their insurance premiums are determined by the worst performing doctor in their zip code. It doesn't matter if a doctor hasn't been sued in 30 years. What does matter is that an insurance carrier recently paid a $30 million claim for a doctor in the same zip code. Creating an insurance tapestry. A captive gives the insured direct access to the reinsurance market. Typically, a captive will handle certain levels of risk, and then the captive will go out on the open market and purchase reinsurance. For example, let's assume that the captive handles the first $250,000 of claims. The captive will then go out and purchase reinsurance above that level, making sure that the captive doesn't pay any claims beyond $250,000. In addition, a captive gives the insured negotiating leverage with third-party insurance providers. Now, typically, the third party handles standard claims, and the captive handles specialty claims. For example, a commercial general liability policy sometimes has exemptions for pollution, products liability, and products recall. So a company will purchase a CGL to handle the standard claims, and then they'll form a captive to handle those specialty claims. A captive insurance company can be part of an estate plan. Now, a company owned by a high net worth individual establishes a captive. The estate's beneficiaries are shareholders of the captive. The children receive the benefit of increased share prices caused by an increase in the captive's overall net worth, but the captive is subject to lower level of taxation because of the 831B exception, which we'll get to in a minute. Let me add a very important caveat. This is a very complicated transaction. This view is the broadest view possible. If you're interested in this, please call me or an attorney experienced in both estate planning and captive insurance law. Now, small captives have tax advantages. 501c15 of the code states that an insurance company with $600,000 or less in gross premiums is tax-free. 831B says that an insurance company with $1.2 million or less in gross premiums can elect to be taxed on its investment portfolio rather than its gross income. Now, these statutes were written for two reasons. First of all, it encourages the formation of small insurance companies. Secondly, it allows the insurance companies to grow in an advantaged way until they get to a certain level, at which point the tax code says that you are a full-grown insurance company and you should be taxed like that. If you have questions, please call me. My phone number is 832-330-4101. Thank you for your attention.